If you're just jumping in here, we're Doug and Jamie, and we are in the middle of one of the hardest challenges we've tackled since starting our YouTube channel. We're in pain, and we're hungry. Surviving 3 days off-grid on this little red canoe has taught us a lot, and it has not been perfect. And a bunch of water just got into the canoe.
These sleeping bags feel heavy. Doing that actually feels like I'm at the gym.
I think I got burnt on my legs here too. But we're making it work. Not being prepared enough and being super dehydrated because all your water was packed away. We've just wrapped up another 17 kilometers on the canoe today, and it is time to settle in for the evening before we cross over to the South Australia border to reunite with our van tomorrow. As you can imagine, the days were long and trying, which led to us arriving to camp at the end of the day filled with a mixture of intense soreness, delirium, and hanger, which I think was perfectly captured on night 2, so if the next minute or so makes no sense, well, can you really blame us? Oh, every time. Ow. Ow. Gotta have my sleepy time tea. We're both still so burnt. It's stinging. I don't know how to act. I've never had a sunburn like this in my entire life. I've barely had a sunburn.
Welcome to being a teenage boy in Australia.
Wow. No, this is the bin of heaven. The only thing keeping me going. Pringles.
More Pringles?
They just went everywhere.
Oh no. I'd like to have some Pringles on this trip.
Doug! We are also trying out these. I don't know. We saw them on the shelf and we thought, okay, we'll boil the bags. And that should be good enough. I don't know. Okay, we don't know what we're doing here, but we're trying our best. We're running out of sun.
As much as we've been trashing the solar pack charges from Big W, this solar blanket has been phenomenal. I can't believe how much juice we actually have. We have had everything going and it has been absolutely fine. We've flown the drone twice since we've been out here. It's back on 100%, ready for another go. Solar. These solar blankets are 100% worth it. It's so cool now that solar and electricity are coming to camping. You know, these things are so foldable and they can slip in your backpack and you've got enough power for yourself.
What are those? Our pot's not big enough. We have an entree of ramen noodles followed up with some boiled buttered chicken and rice.
I think this is gonna work.
He's excited.
I'm hopeful.
This is the best meal he's eaten in 3 days.
I could just be really hungry. I mean, I'm definitely really hungry.
I just dumped some of the rice in with the buttered chicken. Honestly, it's not that bad. It looks like mush, but it's not that bad. Honestly, you could give me anything right now and I would be happy. My body hurts and I just want to go to sleep. I'm like, is it too early to go to bed? 4 p.m. Turn the cameras off. Turn the cameras off. I'm done. I'm done.
Cut the show. I'm done.
Go away. I love you guys, but I need this. You want to go get pushed in the river, huh? I'll capsize that canoe at any moment. I don't give a damn.
Why? Then we're all soaked in all our gear and
I'm
clothes.
ready to die. I can't take no more canoeing.
Doug feels like he went vegan this weekend.
Honestly, I might as well be vegan.
We've had tuna, we've had chicken.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, but the levels that I've had like a chicken leg all weekend. Good. It's been fun. I still feel that bittersweet feeling we had on the boat.
Yeah.
It does suck. Look at where we're camping. Look at what's behind us.
You're facing the wrong way.
I know. I'm looking at the drop toilet.
Doug's s'more station.
Oh yeah, we've mastered it. Let's get past the tasting ingredients.
Walk them through this process.
Firstly, you make a regular s'more, as Jamie's done, or a s'more type A, or as I like to call them now, snores, because they're boring. Then you take it and you advance it by putting it between tongs and shoving it back into the fire. So the cookie burns a bit. Oh, bit of ash. So the cookie burns a bit and the chocolate melts. And then your s'more becomes something more and not a ball.
We're here on the pier, no fear.
A little bit of fear. She doesn't trust the pier.
I don't trust the pier.
See? Fear.
It's our last night on the glenelg river.
Put the name down here.
It's our last night on the river.
This isn't going to delete. This is the one. We're cooked.
We're going to bed. We're tired. My body hurts.
That was a long 20 kilometers.
I'm stuffed with s'mores.
We'll see you guys in the morning.
For the last day on the river. The morning greeted us with some frigid, foggy, and really creepy weather. And let's just say we were excited to be packing up the tent for the last time on this trip once we felt how cold it had gotten overnight.
Good morning, guys. So you can probably tell from the sky behind me, just remember how gorgeous this place looked when we decided to camp here. And this is our view of the river this morning. It's gone. It's completely hidden in fog. So we get to canoe through that this morning, which is really cool, really cool. We're gonna be just canoeing through fog. Wow. Well, first things first. We gotta put all this down, shove it back in that little canoe over there, and get onto this fog river. How you feeling, Jamette?
I'm scared.
We'll be right. Leave your coffee outside all night. You get iced coffee in the morning. Bit disgusting, but it is what it is.
We're strapping up. I'm not ready for the fog this morning, guys. It's creeping me out. But it is cold. It is cold. It's one thing worrying about capsizing in the sun, but when there's no sun and it's fog, it's a whole other game that I'm not here for. So, wish us luck. We get like almost 7 kilometers to canoe today to get to the van who's waiting for us at the end. I miss him so much. Wait, I don't need these. Alex, we can't thank you enough for letting us use that tent. You've saved the trip.
Alex, this tent is magic. I don't know how it folds up like this. It's such a time saver. Oh, it's so heavy though.
It's definitely weighing down the canoe, but we are grateful. I'm filling up our waters so that we have electrolytes while we are canoeing. Because you gotta look after the essentials, okay?
By the Major Mitchell Trail, an Australian bicentennial project. Major Mitchell camped here on the night of the 19th of August, 1836, as he looked for a trail down the river. Pretty cool.
Who's Major Mitchell?
An explorer back in the day. You know, I'm sure if you just asked the indigenous peoples here how to get down the river, they would have been more than happy to help him for some food or something. Didn't have to go exploring and reinvent the wheel, Mitchell. I'm sure they knew how to get down the river.
Well, I don't. Look at this. Once again, people we're sharing camp with have already hit the river. They're so quick. They are pros at this. And just like that, they're gone. They disappeared off into the distance. Man, they got it together. They quick pack up, quick set up. Like, they got all the gear for canoeing. We do not.
Dude, this view is crazy.
How creepy does it look?
It looks so creepy, man.
I'm so scared. All right, let's do this. It's starting to rain a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit moist in the dew.
Oh my god. This is so creepy, Doug. Like, you have me in front of you. I have nothing.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm just gonna readjust my bum.
I'm freaking out.
And let's go to the middle.
Doug, don't around.
That's true, like no boats can see us.
Yeah. Everything echoes because it's so quiet. Like, even just paddling sounds creepy.
The lake is glass. We're just floating on glass and glass.
What lake?
It's bizarre.
The lake?
The river is glass. It is just glass.
It's insane. I can't hold my arm up much longer. We can't see anything but fog in front of us. Like, this is crazy. If there's a boat in front of us, we cannot see it. It's 7:55 a.m. We've been paddling for maybe 10 minutes. 7:45 we got on the road. On the road? I keep saying on the road. This is not a road.
It definitely ain't a road.
So, let's see. If we can get to the van by 10 a.m., that would be amazing, because we get about a good 4.5 hour drive home. And we need a shower. Doug's got a McDonald's order with his name on it. He's done with being vegan.
I've got to say, this morning, I'm feeling surprisingly good for how badly I slept. I slept horribly last night. My arms were killing me. I couldn't sleep because of how much my arms hurt and how much my burn was hurting. But having said that, now that we're awake and actually up and moving, all of that pain has gone away. So I think it's just, while I'm sitting still, my body is trying to recover and it's going through a tremendous amount of pain. But now we're out here with the fresh air hitting my face, everything feels nice and loose again and feels good. I honestly think I just need a hot bath, a hot shower, and one good day's sleep, and my body would probably feel back to normal.
Yeah. I can't believe this is the last day.
It sucks that it's over. We started off this trip with so much complaining about how hard this was going to be, and it has been hard. I am sure if we did another 20 kilometers today, my body would be just screaming in agony, refusing to go on. But it is so nice out here. Every single moment that we pass a different view and a different cliff, knowing that we're ticking them off the list now towards getting to the van, makes it a little bit sad because it is over.
Yeah, I do feel a little sad. Like yesterday, like as we were winding down, like during our last sunset, I felt a little emotional. Like I'm ready to do a whole nother day. Like, I don't know, it definitely grows on you. Through the pain, it grows on you.
We were saying last night we could use a 5K paddle today and a good long day at a nice camp, and then kick off again for another 10-15 Ks the day after that. This is such an incredible way to travel and see the country. But it does have its downsides, like shoulder pain.
But I feel like every way to travel has its downside. Van life has its downside. Flying in a plane has its downside. So it's like you just have to roll with the punches and pick your hard.
That's true. That's so true. No way of traveling is perfect.
We were saying we can't believe that people do this in other areas of the world where there are real threats in the water, like sharks, hippos, crocodiles. Like, I can't imagine. Like, this is wild enough for me. If you've ever done anything like that, I would love to hear how the experience went. I get it because the wild animal encounters are incredible. It's like once in a lifetime. Like, I never want to be that close to a crocodile, but I also want to be that close to a crocodile.
You want to do it in like how they do it in Louisiana on the big metal boats.
Yeah, down on the bayou.
Yeah, on the bayous. But like to go canoeing next to a hippo, you feel like a pebble out here.
Yeah. You are just like on the bottom of the food chain. Not even like the hippos aren't trying to eat you. They're just trying to kill you. They just want you dead because they're territorial.
AF.
I'm very sore today.
I'm very sore.
Like my whole bicep shoulder situation, it's burning. I'm like doing 5 paddles and then I'm like, oh, I need a break. There's so many dead bees in the water this morning. It's sad. They're just floating. Doug's like, we're in a river of corpses. Bee corpses. It's like the same bittersweet feeling at the end of the Great Alpine Road.
Yes.
You know you've had a good trip when you have that feeling at the end.
We're starting to get that more and more, aren't we?
Yeah. As we approached the border, we knew the trip was coming to an end, and we weren't fully ready for it. Were we the most qualified people to take on these last few days? Absolutely not. But if you've gained anything from hanging around our channel, I hope it's the guts to get out there and try something new that excites you. The courage to push your comfort zones even just a little. And to be brave enough to do hard things that make yourself proud. Because that's exactly what this trip has been for us. We are about to cross the border from Victoria to South Australia.
We made it. Wow.
We're sitting on the border.
We are. We're floating across the border. There's the Victorian sign behind us. There's SA.
This is wild. I never thought I'd canoe over the border.
Yeah, you never thought you'd canoe to South Australia, did you?
Here we are!
This is the busiest jetty. Busiest, no one's here. But it's the most heavily built up jetty that we've seen. And I know that sometimes there's fruit and vegetable restrictions across the border, so who knows? Or maybe this is just the border town and they set up a jetty here.
Oh god, there's so many spider webs. Please. Oh god, please. Jesus Lord. Look what they've done up in that cave. Wild. That's so cool.
The fog has started to break. It's getting on maybe 9 o'clock now. We can see a lot easier. We can see how far we have to go still, but I'm still enjoying every minute of this canoe trip, even though my shoulders are on fire.
There's the van. Stan.
My shoulders have actually started to hurt more now that we're at the end. It's like they know. They know that the van's right there and we're nearly over.
It's so hard to say goodbye. I'm not ready. This has been our home for 3 days and now it's just... I'll shed a tear. No worries. This magic moment. We're back on land and that's a wrap on this trip. I can't believe it. I'm so sad. Today was such a cool morning. Doug's texting the canoe hire guy and we gotta unload this canoe for the last time. Honestly, this trip has tested us.
Yeah, in every way.
Yeah. It started rocky. We weren't prepared. We definitely did not give ourselves enough time. But I feel like we overcame that struggle. It was like we stumbled into it and then we kind of like found our feet and really started to enjoy it. And it was just so much fun. I would 100% do it again. And if you asked me that on day one, I definitely don't think I would have had that same answer.
No, absolutely. What I will say is this is incredibly accessible to anyone who wants to try this. It feels like an Australian safari without the danger of great white sharks and crocodiles. Apart from that, we saw every other Australian animal that you would want to see out here in the bush. It has been amazing. If you are going to try this trip, I would download the river map that we had And because you book the campsites through Victorian government and the state forests, just break them down a little bit. If you can do this over 3 days, maybe start a little bit further in than Moleside and do maybe 10 to 12 Ks a day rather than 2 20K days, I think your body's going to enjoy it more and therefore you'll enjoy it more. The people that we were canoeing with who booked the same sites, no problem, mate. They were smashing through the kilometers.
Smashed through.
So
they like did their runs in 2 hours. So honestly, it depends on your experience on the canoe. We had just such a fun time, and like so the Nelson Canoe Hire, they do it out of their home. It's not like you go on the website and book things. You'll email them and communicate that way, but you can customize it. You don't have to just do what's on there. It is confusing for your first time. I would say for the first time, you might want to just do one of their set things and maybe do the 2-day one. But yeah, you can customize it, and then when you go to book, you book the campsites yourself. They only organize the canoe hire and like drop off and pick up. It's a smooth experience. I would definitely go with them again. And we'll leave their link in the description.
I'm happy recommending them to you guys.
Yeah.
They're very easy to work with.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you, Chris.
Yeah.
I know this was just a small mini series, but let us know what you enjoyed most, and hopefully it wasn't us suffering. Alex, thank you again for your tent, because this would not be possible if we did not have your tent last minute. So you're a legend, and we thank you so much for helping make this series possible.
Thanks for sponsoring this video, Alex. I appreciate it. One quick thing before we forget. Bring your own ratchet ties for the front and the back of the boat, because he only gives you one for the front, and when you're porting, it's really handy to be able to tie it up so you have it lying flat and not moving around. One at the front, one at the back. Don't forget that.
Or a straight rope.
Or rope, whatever you want, rope, but something to tie it up on each end so it stays flat against the dock when you're there. All right, see you guys in the next episode. This van is a mess. We packed up in such a rush.
And to reward ourselves for this challenge, we are headed on our first cruise together. So keep an eye out for our live stream Q&A, and don't forget to drop us a comment and let us know your favorite part. Drop us a question below, and we'll see you in the next series.
2,000 years later.
This is why I couldn't sleep. I roll onto that and it just stings and stings. Lots of aloe vera for Doug.